Hello everyone and welcome to High Point University's 10th Annual Business Plan Competition. My name is Jenna Fortier and I'm one of the co-presidents of the High Point University Entrepreneurship Club. I know things look a bit different this year, but this global crisis will not stop us from celebrating our student entrepreneurs, and it definitely hasn't stopped them from making great progress on their businesses. We are so proud of what they have accomplished and we can't wait for you to see that today. The HPU Business Plan Competition serves as a conduit for student entrepreneurs to connect with investors and has served as a launching pad for new companies over the past 10 years. Identifying these opportunities for students to have these experiences beyond the classroom is truly what experiential learning is all about. Before we start this competition, I want to take a moment to thank Truist for being our lovely sponsor for the event. BB&T and SunTrust merged to create Truist with the shared passion of inspiring and building better lives and communities. With their combined resources, their collective passion and commitment to innovation, they're creating a better financial experience to help people and businesses achieve more. So thank you, Truist, for your support of this competition. This is how the competition will work. Our student entrepreneurs will be competing for $10,000 and have previously sent in their business plan presentations directly from their homes. These students have been coached by Professor Troy Nouse and Professor Kathy Elliott to prepare for this competition. Our wonderful judges, Professor Steve Alberts, Professor Scott Davis, Dr. Daniel Hall, Dr. Bob Hirth, Dr. Joe Lacey, and Professor Randy Moser have reviewed the submissions and sent in their results. We have combined all the presentations together so you can get the full competition experience, and at the end we will announce our winners. So, let's get started.
My name is Mark McKinney. When I first stepped foot in the High Point University's campus, I was really excited to enter this new phase of my life. But at the same time, I was overwhelmed with questions like, where do I fit in? What clubs and events should I check out first? And how do I get the most out of my college experience? Of course, High Point provides students with some really great resources such as campus concierge and success coaches. But their time and energy is limited as they have so many students they have to get through every single day, meaning that not all students receive the time, attention, and direction they all need and deserve. So the question is, what if each and every student could receive trusted and personalized mentorship for important life questions instantly? Well, that's exactly what we're doing with the Atmos platform. Atmos is a text messaging chatbot platform that increases student engagement rates and university retention rates. It does this by actively connecting students to university-verified mentors in a more personalized way than ever before. To find a mentor, a student would first text Atmos the challenge, goal, dilemma, or question they want addressed, and then Atmos connects them to a mentor that has expertise in that specific situation. For universities, this is an excellent platform for understanding what students are missing inside the classroom and how they perform in real-world situations. This also gives universities feedback on how their mentors are performing. Essentially, universities gain insight into the quality of guidance students are receiving and what students do with it next. Now, the higher education IT market size is over $43 billion. With that being said, this large opportunity does come with a couple of competitors. While other similar retention platforms do exist, like PeopleGrove and Graduate, they fall short in 4 ways. 1. They require too much setup on the student end, decreasing overall usage, especially for students who are already discouraged. 2. They're too focused on academics. They're missing the big picture. And that big picture includes the extracurricular and social goals, which are integral in retaining a student on campus. 3. They significantly limit universities' uniqueness, homogenizing them so that their strengths and campus cultures don't really shine through. 4. They significantly limit students' uniqueness as they force student goals and challenges to fit into a particular box or classification to get to the next steps. Atmos is different. Atmos is intuitive and familiar to use as it's just a phone number you save to your contacts list, no app or login required. And because of the flexibility of letting students write their goals in their own words, they feel heard, and there's more authenticity to this entire interaction. Plus, instead of purely focusing on academics, Atmos also acknowledges the extracurricular and social goals which make up much of the student's life. With these strengths, Atmos can help the remaining 50+% of students that need a bit of extra guidance, not just the students that take the initiative already. We plan on initially targeting 4-year private institutions as they often have the most flexible budgets for new software. We would later expand to public universities after Atmos has proved itself with a couple of private university contracts. Now, of course, it would be short-sighted not to address the expected sales delay caused by the coronavirus. But even with those delays considered, we do see a silver lining. With the dramatic changes caused by the coronavirus, just as colleges going online, the time for Atmos is even more right. Atmos stays insightful regardless of a school's campus being open or closed. This means that students can still receive mentorship and guidance even when they're not on campus. These characteristics, highlighted by the pandemic, will be even more vital to universities in the very near future. Additionally, the majority of Atmos' operations don't need to be done on an excellent internet connection, and Atmos can also redirect its mentor and student communication methods from video chat to email or texting if needed. After the coronavirus outbreak has reduced in severity, universities will undoubtedly be reviewing and redesigning their IT systems and resources. Universities will be attracted to Atmos' many selling points. And with the help of a local Greensboro education company that has agreed to help us scale quickly, we project that Atmos can scale from $200,000 in revenue in year 1 to 10 times that in year 3. We have made a lot of progress since this idea's inception. Right now, we're finishing up our MVP, planning our next set of features, and are in contract negotiations with our very first customer. And this is where we could really use your help. We are asking for $5,000 in funding, and this funding will help us in 3 ways. First, it will help us create and hone our marketing strategies, starting with the redesign of our website. 2, help us acquire our next 3 universities, covering travel and lodging costs. And 3, initiate further investment opportunities from around the East Coast. Our vision is for each and every student to have instant access to the amazing resources and wisdom that universities have to offer. And with Atmos and your help, that's exactly what we'll deliver. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Jacob Maggioncalda, and I am the founder of Biscotti di Francesca. It's a company that I recently started in the fall of 2019. Growing up, my nonna, which means grandmother in Italian, she would always have biscotti around. And for those of you who don't know what biscotti is, it's a hard, oblong-shaped cookie that is traditionally twice baked and used to dunk in your coffee. With all the biscotti that she would make, I enjoyed eating it so much that as I got older, I realized that not only did I want to be able to eat the biscotti, but I wanted to make the biscotti. To me, for my nonna, the biscotti is really a staple, not only in her house, but to her as a person. She had the opportunity to come to America to start a new life. Italy was war-torn. She immigrated here into the United States in 1957. I wanted to make sure that when she left us, the biscotti recipe wouldn't leave with her. Ever since my freshman year, I have been an intern with High Point University Dining. One day I was talking with my boss about my idea to start a biscotti company. And he brought it up to my attention that HPU Dining may be able to help me make some biscotti and sell it on campus. So I worked closely with them to develop a recipe similar to my nonna's, and we began selling it on campus in January of 2020. We sold the biscotti in packs of 3 in a little cellophane bag with the company logo on it for $2.50. For that pack of 3 biscotti, it cost us around 60 cents to make. We got to the point in spring where High Point University goes on spring break. I thought that I would be able to return and continue to work with HPU Dining with biscotti and maybe experimenting with some new flavors, but unfortunately we were all struck by this tragedy that is the coronavirus. As a result of school closing, I decided to put matters into my own hands and start making biscotti in my own kitchen and shipping them out to my friends. I began selling the biscotti on March 25th and sold by the pound for $15 a pound with a couple of different flavors. And On average, it cost me around $6 to make them, with labor included. I would have people direct message the Biscotti DeFrancesca account on Instagram, and whatever they wanted me to make, I would make it for them. So I was getting a ton of different flavors, and I was happy to make them, but it also made it a little bit stressful, not only because it was hard to find ingredients, it was also challenging to keep up with all of the different ingredients that I needed to make the biscotti. As a result, I kind of took the top 5 flavors that I was seeing most often. So now when customers direct message us through Instagram, I provide them with the menu. I tell them that it's $15 a pound plus shipping. And normally I can make their order within 1 to 2 days and have it shipped out to them as fast as possible. With a $5,000 investment from the business plan competition, there are primarily 3 things that I would like to put this money towards. One would be to complete a website. I currently own a domain for Biscotti DeFrancesca. It's called biscottidefrancesca.com, and I'd like to use some of that money to complete that website so consumers can have an easier checkout process. Rather than talking to me through Instagram, they can enter in their card information, and I can handle all the online orders through that website. Another thing that I would like to put that money towards would be for baking supplies. This would include things like flour, sugar, eggs, and the other aspect would be manufacturing materials, such as more ovens or even more mixers and bowls and all that kind of stuff. The last thing that I would use $5,000 for would be marketing materials. One would be online marketing, such as running ads through social media, such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the other aspect of it would be print marketing, such as stickers on my biscotti bags, thank you cards that would go into the box, finally business cards, so people can get in touch with me that don't know who I am. So please choose to invest in Biscotti DeFrancesca, because everybody needs a nonna in their life.
Hi, my name is Caitie Gehlhausen, and this is my pup Molly, and I am the inventor of the CONEvertible. There are over 95 million household cats and 90 million dogs in the United States alone. These pets, on average, have at least 2 major injuries or surgeries in their lifetime. Take Molly, for example. She has spent a cumulative of months in the cone of shame because of arthritis in her right leg. But beyond just the pain of her limb, she also became depressed, mopey, and unenergized because of that stupid, annoying cone surrounding her every move. She would bump into walls and doors, couldn't hear or see her surroundings, and nobody wanted to reach into that dirty cone in order to give her some love. We tried several different designs, and all either compromised comfort or exposure to the injury. I knew that there had to be a better alternative. I thought to myself, essentially half of that cone is completely useless. This is when I invented the CONEvertible. The CONEvertible is the ultimate pet cone design. By eliminating nearly 25% of a traditional dog cone, your dog and cat can now see, hear, and navigate better. It's like they're hardly wearing a cone at all. The CONEvertible will be wholesaled to places like PetSmart, Petco, Chewy.com, and American Kennel Club. CONEvertible will also be sold on Amazon.com and on CONEvertible.com, where I already own the domain. This is also the perfect product to sell to distributors that work directly with veterinary clinics. In fact, our local veterinarian said he loves the idea and can't wait to try it with some of his patients. I believe that I can capture a percentage of the 28,000 to 38,000 veterinary practices in the United States alone. One vet can see up to 16 patients in a day. And guess what every recovering pet needs as they leave the office? A cone. The pet care industry is worth over $225 billion. This number is expected to grow to $281 billion by 2023. Vets and pet owners have been looking for a better alternative to the cone of shame for years. And finally, this is the solution. Right now, we are currently in the prototyping phase and searching for sourcing and manufacturing options. I've created 2 working prototypes to represent each of the designs that we will offer. The first is a more durable material for pets with chronic pains and injuries. This design will be covered with vinyl that can be easily washed and cleaned, and retail at a $29 price point, which is at the high end of the market today. We will also be offering a more inclusive option for pets recovering from surgeries or short-term injury. This design will retail for $14.95. My plans for the future is to make these cones with a retractable top so that the owner can choose to keep it as a traditional dog cone or use it as a convertible. With the $5,000 from this competition, I plan to file for non-provisional patents and create 30 additional convertible prototypes to trial run with my local veterinary clinic. This will also help me pay for 8 sizes of die cutters, which range from $250 to $500 a piece. Molly has undergone a complete personality change since being a convertible ambassador. She is energetic, playful, and finally has her spunk back. It worked for Molly, and I'm confident that it will work for other pets as well. Next time your pet is injured, choose convertible, because a happy pet is a happy owner. Thank you.
These are my financial projections for year 1, 2, and 3. In year 1, if I only focus on veterinary clinics and online retailers, I can sell 6,600 units or approximately $107,000 worth of sales. For year 2, I will have proof of concept with our initial veterinary clinics and will be able to expand from 60 clinics in year 1 to 500 clinics in year 2. I will also be looking to have a presence in retail stores. I project doing over 40,000 units in year 2, or approximately $449,000 worth of sales. For year 3, I will have established more brand awareness from our veterinary clinics and direct consumers. I project selling approximately 141,000 convertibles, or just over $1.6 million in sales.
Hello, I'm Jared Brumm, and 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with bone cancer in my leg and needed to use crutches for over a year. The crutches I was using looked like these, and during this time, I realized how limited I was in my movement. My biggest problem with these crutches was that I had to put them down every time I wanted to pick up or move an object. Every time I put my crutches down, there was a risk that they would be in an unsafe position or fall over, requiring me to bend over to pick them up. This is especially dangerous because it could lead to a fall, possibly causing more injury. Crutches have stayed relatively the same since their invention, and the crutches currently on the market focus on user comfort. There is a new need for crutches with added convenience, mobility, and safety. That's why I'm introducing Easy Reach Crutch, a novel design for forearm crutches where the forearm support straps onto the user and is connected to the crutch through an extendable arm that allows the user to let go of the crutch and move their arms freely in front of them while the crutch stays standing by their side due to a wide flat base at the bottom. Currently in the US, there are over 6 million people using crutches, canes, or walkers. The US market for crutches alone is $100 million and projected to grow to $195 million by 2024. Meanwhile, injuries directly related to walking assistive devices is also increasing, with 35,000 reported cases in 2002 to 70,000 in 2012. In the first year of operation, Easy Reach Crutch will target medical device distributors with an added focus on physical therapy clinics starting in the second year. The current US market size for all medical devices is $173 billion. The market for physical therapy clinics is $37 billion, with 38,000 clinics across the US and an average annual growth rate of 6.2%. With this size industry, there are many companies that distribute medical devices who could be potential buyers. Medline is a target because they are the largest distributor of walking assistive devices in the US. However, companies like Stryker, GE Healthcare, Medtronic, Philips, and many others are potential customers as well. Easy Reach Crutch's price per unit to distributors is $90, with a target MSRP of $200 and a cost per unit of $40. The first year sales will mostly be made up of pre-orders and pilot runs to distributors, with more sales picking up near the end of the year, bringing in revenue of $213,000. By year 3, EZ Reach Crutch will already be selling to physical therapists, as well as increasing marketing efforts and hiring sales professionals. This is projected to triple first-year sales and create revenue of $670,000. By year 5, revenue is projected at $2.29 million, which is about 1.3% of market share in 2024. Our competitors include any companies manufacturing or selling walking assisted devices. This includes wheelchairs, scooters, canes, walkers, and others. More directly, however, our competitors are any company making or selling other crutches. These crutches range from standard options like the ones that are in most hospitals and covered by insurance that are cheap with minimal features, to more high-end options that are expensive and feature unique designs. The EZ Reach Crutch competitive advantage comes in 3 parts. 1. The added safety and mobility benefits of our unique design. 2. The high-end crutches on the market usually retail over $200. Meanwhile, the MSRP for EZ Reach crutches will be $200, beating most of the higher-end competition. 3. Many of the crutches with more added features have such unique designs that they are difficult to use. The walking pattern with EZ Reach crutches is nearly identical to that of standard forearm crutches, which are one of the most adopted varieties in the market. A person using standard forearm crutches would be able to switch to a pair of EZ Reach with little to no learning curve. The target for initial funding is $30,000, which is enough to finalize patents and the design, as well as secure manufacturers. Most of the cost in securing manufacturers will be starting pilot production runs and streamlining the manufacturing process. The target for follow-on funding is $100,000 in 6 to 7 months after the initial ask. This will largely fund inventory for product launch in June 2021, as well as begin marketing and advertisements to promote the brand and spread awareness. With $5,000, I'd be able to finalize patents, and I would be in a position to partner with manufacturers. Thank you for watching. Please support EZ Reach Crutch, and let's create a better alternative for the mobility impaired.
We live in a world where comfort is food. From driving your car to sitting on your couch, you want an extraordinary experience. My father is 6'4", 300-pound ex-offensive tackle, an individual who can never find a comfortable chair that fits everyday outdoor necessity. My name is Vincent Scavo, and today I'm going to change the world of the outdoor chair. The Goliath is a 32 by 26 inch chair that is fully supportive for your everyday outdoor necessity. Goliath's structure is 3 times stronger than its competitors, holding up to 500 pounds. The wider, comfortable base separates my product from its competitors, who are cheaply manufactured and easily broken. Reinforced 3/4 inch grade aluminum is wrapped in a 1000-grade denier Oxford fabric, which covers a high-density PU foam that is sewn into the seat for an ultimate lumbar support. With the comfortable purchase of $179, my customers were receiving a high-quality outdoor chair that truly lives forever. I'm in the process of securing a provisional patent and trademark of the name Goliath to help corner the market of the outdoor chair. Goliath is a company that builds quality outdoor furniture that virtually lasts forever. Products that last a lifetime with a lifetime guarantee. Goliath's mission statement is simple: to make contributions to the world by creating quality and longevity in chairs for the comfortability of humankind. Our values are created on behalf of what I envision and what I like to see in the outdoor furniture market. 5 other chairs have been handmade, and with the help from a manufacturer locally in Indiana or at the furniture capital of the world of High Point, we can grow our numbers steadily with raw materials in the wholesale supplies for Goliath. Goliath will be launched through an online outlet. Then, we will hopefully go through a B2B distribution system within store retailers. Goliath is a multi-market chair. 48 million people went camping in 2018. and every 2 years these campers either buying or replacing outdoor chairs. While in 2017, $1.8 billion were spent on outdoor equipment alone in the United States. According to the Health Conditions and Risk Factors chart by Statista, categories such as overweight is up 71% since 2011. Although this is terrible, our world is getting bigger and requiring comfortable furniture that fits. Goliath is here to fill these needs and deliver bigger outdoor furniture. There are many different outdoor chairs on the market. My competitive analysis shows there's a select few that rank at the top. For example, the Hondo Base Camping Chair by Yeti, a tiny 24 by 24 inch, 16.5-pound chair that comes with an enormous price tag of $299. For a market that can be so successful, it is muddied up by the poor quality and lack of consumer research. Goliath promises to deliver the highest quality, and the price tag will speak for itself. In order for Goliath to launch, raising capital is crucial. My financial plan and projections show buying materials in bulk would lower the cost of the chair, and the manufacturing costs would help jumpstart and take the company off the ground. I would use the $5,000 from this competition to help further develop materials and buy wholesale products to bring down the total cost for Goliath, in hopes to make a higher quality chair for my customers. Goliaths are the people who don't fit the status quo, for the ones who are bigger and taller than most. You know, my father's biggest pleasure in this entire world is to sit down on the beach with his family and enjoy this beautiful life. For a man who's truly given me everything, I hope to get back to him. Goliath, the ultimate outdoor chair.
Hey everyone, my name is Andrew DeFeo, and I'm here to talk to you about Memorease today. First off, I wanted to start by thanking Troy, Professor Elliott, and everybody else watching today for making this possible. I know that there's lots of distractions lately, so the fact that we're able to do this remotely means a lot to myself, and I know all of the other students competing in the business plan competition. So I'm going to use some comic relief here to help me out, right? So I can definitely relate to being that person that forgets the birthday that's coming up, or you forget to pick up the gift for the anniversary, and so Memorease was established and created to try and eliminate that. So say you have a birthday coming up, Memorease will shoot you a notification that somebody important to you has a birthday coming up. You can send them a greeting card, a gift card through the application, and then for another example, say you have a birthday party coming up, you can organize that group event through the application, find all the scheduling information, talk in a group chat, and then after the event occurs, it's a good place to store all of the photos and videos taken from the event for easy recall and access in the future. So I did want to include some screenshots because we do actually have a private but functioning application for Apple and Android users. So we've done some beta testing, and you can see some of the basic features here that we're planning on including. So adding these live events, and then managing your calendar, looking ahead so that you can see the upcoming events, the milestones in your personal network. So some key demographics, we're going to be building the platform around the remembrances, EOGs or expressions of gratitude, and then the lasting legacy. So the remembrances are going to be geared towards millennials and Gen Z, because that's going to be more of the social media aspect of the application. So the personal daily interaction of checking and seeing what's going on, what you have coming up. So those events in your personal network, and then all users are going to be using these expressions of gratitude or gift sharing on the application, which is going to be one of our revenue streams. And then the lasting legacy, which is going to be the digital storage of pictures and videos around these important events, and that's going to be more geared towards the baby boomers and Gen X. As far as market size and competitors, I mean, we all know that the market for social media is pretty large, so it might be a difficult point of entry, but since there's such a broad customer base, I think that we could have great success with the specifics of our application and the usage. So half the world uses social media, 11 new people signing up for profiles every second, and then our only direct competitor right now being this application Willport, and it's geared more towards transactional processes, so exchanging gifts and cards around important events instead of the social media aspect of driving user time on the application, which we're going to incorporate. And then some indirect competitors are going to be the big names such as Facebook, Instagram, where they might have pieces of what we do in their application, but since ours is geared towards very specific functionality, I think that we will be able to pinpoint our section of these different markets. Our ask is that we're gifted the $5,000 grant, and basically that money is going to be reinvested right back into High Point University. What I plan on doing with that is taking every penny, and I've already been in communication with the computer science department, professors, code club students, younger talented programming and application development students, and I'm going to take every penny from the grant that we might receive and invest that in a talented young student to help us with front-end UI enhancement or user interface enhancement for our United States application launch. Thank you for listening today. Help us here at Memorease create the platform for personal and important life event interaction. Take care.
Parking, up late studying for an exam, to spend 20 minutes searching for parking and the professor not let you in. That's why I created Prohibition. Students, you never have to worry about being late. Professors, you never have to hear the excuse there was no parking again. Imagine with the click of a button, you can see all the available parking spaces within your campus. That's all possible through our camera vision technology. Now come on, I'm parked, wouldn't want to be late. What would you say if I told you Global View Research valued the parking management industry at $3.6 billion in 2018? Well, I'd say there's money to be made. Developing Parking Vision, it was important to look at the existing market. With an industry that big, I knew there was going to be some competition. 3 applications I see playing in the same lane as us would be War Eagle Parking, UC San Diego's campus app, and Park Mobile. With any competition, it is important to know how you differ. In evaluating my competitive set, I went right to the consumers to see what they wanted. With War Eagle's 2.6 rating and UC San Diego's singular school vision, I already saw the Parking Vision could explode the marketplace. Our business plan consists of 3 phases. Phase 1 starts right at High Point University with Parking Vision's very first pilot program. We aim to pitch President Nito Cubane the first year program for free. This will not only give us a small control group to roll out the app, but will also have the advantage to being close to our users. I plan to spend the first year gaining valuable data on users' likes and dislikes, and use the data collected to further perfect the application. Once Phase 1 is complete, Phase 2 begins with the multi-state rollout. Taking what we've learned, the users we've cultivated, and the demand we've drummed up, we will pitch select schools the opportunity to offer their students Parking Vision. In this phase, it will be important for us to look at a wide range of schools and diverse populations. This will only further our reach and diversify our users, aiding in the third and final phase, urban expansion. Phase 3 will build upon the number of active users and begin to expand from college campuses to urban areas. I'm sure by now you're thinking, where's the money? I see revenue in 3 categories at this point in time: users revenue, advertising revenue, and data revenue. Being new to the market and having a target audience of college students, I'm looking to forego charging the user directly and rather charge the location using the platform. Charging the university allows the schools the rights to offer all of the students the amenity. Not only is this beneficial to the universities that are constantly looking for ways to diversify, but also beneficial to us to gain a large number of users with one sale. Upon expansion to urban cities, it will give governments the opportunity to supply this to their residents while also gaining the benefits of data and traffic patterns and optimizing traffic flow. Platform users will be charged monthly to benefit cash flow and billing. The rates are determined by the number of cameras and servers needed to service the area. Advertisement revenue will come from limited ad space available on the app. I say limited because I want to maintain the balance of ad revenue without losing on customer experience. Lastly is data revenue. Data revenue at this level would be invaluable to universities and urban cities. Data such as traffic patterns, infrastructure, usage, or wear and tear tracking and more. For example, universities can collect data on student traffic patterns to decide which lots might need expansion or which lots are being underutilized. We will also have a massive data set for car object detection. Today I'm here asking for a $5,000 investment to get Parking Vision's pilot program up and running. Costs I anticipate are equipment, infrastructure, and administrative costs. Equipment is broken down to include the cameras installment at an anticipated cost of $3,000. The infrastructure is a cloud-based server where the prices vary based on the amount of data needed. The administrative cost would be awareness and expansion prep. The first year we anticipate this to be nominal. This $5,000 investment will get Parking Vision off the ground to cultivate users and perfect the platform before taking it to market. With High Point's growth, Parking Vision will help meet the needs of students and faculty. Thank you very much for your consideration.
Throughout my life, I've struggled with anxiety. In July, I experienced a panic attack that lasted multiple hours. Unfortunately, I was alone, and my dogs, who provide me a sense of comfort and safety, were nowhere near me. In times of panic, I tend to freeze, and am unable to call my dogs or go get them, making it extremely difficult to overcome an attack. Petting a dog for just 15 minutes releases feel-good hormones and lowers the stress hormone cortisol. According to the ADAA, 18.1% or 40 million US adults struggle with anxiety. An additional 31.4% or 7.5 million adolescents similarly struggle. 36% of these individuals receive no treatment at all. Service dogs are available to assist these people and provide them comfort. However, the current average cost of a service dog is between $15,000 to $60,000 with a training time period of 18 to 24 months. These numbers are nearly impossible for certain individuals to overcome, leaving them stuck without the cures that dogs truly can provide. The reason that these dogs are so intensive on their training and their cost is because they're trained to recognize the physical symptoms of anxiety, such as an increased heart rate or physical tics that show that someone's having an attack. Now, with PawAlert, the training time period will be cut by more than in half. Hi, I am McAtee, and this is Milo, and we are here to present to you PawAlert. I am asking for $5,000 to assist in legal fees and securing a non-provisional patent for my idea and to assist with my app development. PawAlert consists of an application that is compatible with wearable technology devices such as Apple Watch and Fitbit, a current market of 75 million units sold a year, growing exponentially by the year, and a pendant that can be worn and attached to any standard dog collar. The application will work with the technology within the wearable devices to monitor anxiety attacks within certain individuals. Upon realizing an attack, it will alert the dog's pendant through an audible signal that something is wrong and that somebody's having an attack, allowing them to respond to their training and assist with the person. High five! Thanks, buddy. PawAlert will come with two ways to purchase the app, a standard package and a premium package. The standard package will be $79.99 and will come with the pendant and a code to secure the app. It will be an additional service fee of $3.99 per month. It will come with standard tabs such as the profile tab, which is where an individual can insert what anxiety means to them, how to overcome an attack, how their dog can best help them, and how they can physically get better. It will also come with the necessary training tutorials to allow you to train your dog from the comfort of your own home on how to assist you best. It will come with reminders on taking medications, taking your dogs for a walk, and doing daily activities. It will come with interactive chat options with therapists and dog trainers to ensure that your mental health and your dog's performance is at its best. The second option is the premium package. This is also a cost of $79.99. However, it is a service fee of $5.99 for the additional services that we offer. These services combine to overall improve mental and physical health, which is proven to lower anxiety in general. Some of these things are health trackers, anxiety, panic attack trackers, diet and workout options, activities to get out and do with your dog, sleep habit information, and pet supply coupons. Within both versions of the app, PawAlert will partner with various companies that will be able to advertise certain things like pet products, pet grooming, and different things based on the consumer's geolocation. PawAlert will be benefited also by this by bringing in another source of revenue for the company from these certain advertisers. PawAlert will be sold in certain web retailers, certain retail stores, and medical offices. An individual can either buy a kit of the pendant and the app code, or download the app if they see it in the App Store and request a shipment of the pendant. For the future, I plan to grow PawAlert as much as possible. I plan to work with individuals with mental and physical handicaps to help them face their fears one paw print at a time. We plan to open PawAlert centers that are open, safe, and empowering spaces for these individuals to come and work with trained professionals and trained dogs to provide the comfort and a safe place for them to interact. So, with that being said, I am asking for $5,000 to help me secure a non-professional patent for the idea and to further my app development. Thank you.
Hello there. My name is Matthew Hershaft, and I'm a senior at High Point University studying entrepreneurship, as well as one of the founders and the CEO of Prohibition Chocolates.
My name is Corbin Elliott, and I am a co-founder of Prohibition Chocolates. I'm also a senior at High Point University, and I study entrepreneurship, medicine, and music. I'm currently serving as the Chief Operating Officer of Prohibition Chocolates, and I am also taking lead on marketing.
I'm here today to bring you into a journey into the realm of chocolate. Let's go. Chocolate for me started back in elementary school, where my family and I would deliver handmade chocolates to my teachers, and this continued on into middle school and high school, where Mom taught me how to make that handmade chocolate as well. We found ourselves in quite demand by people around us, my teachers, the staff, and faculty of all this school, along with family and friends, and those who knew about our chocolate from word of mouth. The type of chocolate that we would make would be customizable truffles that would have the optional to have liquor infused into them.
The market consists of adults 21 years of age and older. We envision our product being effective in a number of settings, a few examples being small group gatherings, corporate events, as well as movie nights at home. As far as market size goes, the liquor industry is a $250 billion industry, and the chocolate confectionery industry is a $28 billion industry. That being said, the industry that we're looking to enter is the liquor confectionery industry. And this industry is at $553 million. That being said, there's a lot of statistics we're looking at. The main one is the compounding annual growth rates of both the liquor industry as well as the chocolate confectionery industry. The compounding annual growth rate of the chocolate confectionery industry is 5%, and it's been like that since 2015. As far as the liquor industry goes, the compounding annual growth rate has been 5% since 2018. We hope that this will translate into growth for our industry as well. Our primary competitors are La Maison du Chocolat and Sugar Fina. The great thing about our value proposition is that it is novel. Both of our competitors only sell one or two alcohol-inspired products, while our market position will center around our alcoholic products. Our competitive advantages are twofold. One being the product design itself, and the second being the customer customization capabilities. As far as the product design goes, our process is excellent. It allows us to create a multi-layered truffle with distinct yet wonderfully interdependent components. Our alcohol integration is also great, as it allows us to integrate the alcohol in a way that contributes to the full body flavor, and it isn't just mere saturation of the chocolate. As far as our customization tool goes, we have a tool that promotes a unique experience for every customer as opposed to a standard situation. Additionally, our tool allows us to minimize the purchase friction that comes along with buying something, and it makes the process too easy to resist.
Finally answering the calls to those demands from everyone around us, Prohibition Chocolate was born. Prohibition Chocolate is a custom chocolate confectionery company that specializes in customizable truffles, allowing chocolate lovers the convenience to choose the type of chocolate, filling for the core, and topping they desire through the online platform's user-friendly interface. The online platform allows users to be able to customize their simplest to their chocolate desires, as simple as ordering a pizza online. The monetization of the online platform allows users three different types of options. Option 1, being able to purchase a pack of 10 of their customizable truffles of their size for $14.99. Option 2, being able to do the same thing, a packet of 10 of truffles of their choosing, a customization, also with a liquor infusion of their choice, and this is going to option 2, that is a $24.99 option. And then going into option 3. Option 3 is the subscriber model option, a subscription-based model that we have. Option number 3 is a subscription-based model on a monthly basis where users can pay $29.99 per month and they will receive a baker's dozen of 13 golf ball sized truffles, 10 being of their choice, of course, of their most customizable that they wish to, and the last 3 of this baker dozen would be flavors and combinations that the company would make. This is an effort to build a marketing survey into understanding what consumers like and getting the general sense of what can be used in a retail aspect and on a wholesale aspect for this product. Now, after talking about the options, one thing does come to mind: how do we avoid the accountability of underage individuals receiving ordering the products that have liquor infusion? Prohibition Chocolates is building a security ID check feature which allows users to submit their general ID or driver's license of their individual state, and that number and their date of birth is verified with their state's individual server and is pinged back within seconds in order to verify or not that ID actually exists. And that ID is needed in order to purchase the liquor infusion product, but not the non-liquor infusion product as well. Holding accountability for us and completing the due diligence factor in order to avoid costly mistakes in the future. Prohibition Chocolates would need initially $100,000 to start the business and be able to maintain it in this first fiscal year in order to accumulate growth into the second year. What Prohibition Chocolates is asking from you is an initial investment of $5,000 to help finish the website's design, hiring a programmer to finish the security ID check feature, and the first round of the social media marketing campaign to help reach our consumers. Prohibition Chocolates would like to thank you for your consideration and hope you guys have a great day.
Hi, I'm Nate DeTemple,
And I'm Bert Cumming.
and we're here on behalf of University Wash. So here's something that we all know way too well: dirty laundry. Everyone hates it. You don't want to do it. It sits around for weeks if we let it get to that point. And that's where University Wash comes in. We make it very simple. We pick up the clothes, wash, dry, fold, and return the clothes, which just makes a happy customer. Here's our process. It's very simple. So the students take their laundry to their laundry room at 8 p.m. We pick it up, wash it, dry it, fold it, and have it returned to them no later than 8 p.m. the next day. 24-hour turnaround. Listen, this is very simple. They put their laundry away dirty, they don't see it, it comes back to them nice, fresh, and folded. All right, so just to give you a little bit of background on University Wash, we actually came up with the idea in spring of 2019 and filed for LLC and further incorporated the company that May. We worked really hard over the summer to make sure that everything was going to be ready to go in the fall. We actually got to advertise at one of the freshman orientations where we came up with 20 customers, and we actually got 5 more by word of mouth from those people by the start of the semester. Everything went very smoothly. We actually got 96% customer retention for the spring. And, it actually went so great that we decided to hire 4 subcontractors to, lighten Bert and I's load so that we could do more managing
rather than being self-employed. Part of that, we wanted to sign an agreement with High Point University. So we got in touch with the Office of Student Life and the Office of Business Affairs, and we were able to come to an agreement and sign a contract this March. And, that was wonderful. So we are on par with everything, able to do everything. We actually had a meeting scheduled for the beginning of April to talk about marketing and how they were going to help us promote our business to get as many people signed up as possible, because they are really excited about this opportunity for High Point University. So we look forward to moving on from there. We've had to come up with some new marketing strategies since then because of the COVID-19, but things are really looking up for us right now.
So here we have simplified financial statements that me and Nate put together that basically just shows our revenue. As you can see, we gained $16,000 in revenue before we had to actually give refunds for the coronavirus. But our operating expenses are very low. They are $3,000, leaving us with a gross profit of $13,000 within our first year service with only 25 customers. That's a profit margin of 81% actually, which is me and Nate are both satisfied with, more than satisfied with. Our business expenses, including incorporating and setting up a phone for a line for people to call, that all comes together to about $1,000. So our net income is $12,000. And this is only within 1 year of service, without having a contract signed with the university and without having marketing deal with the university. So we expect for our numbers only to go up from here. Okay, so what we have here is the size of the market at High Point University alone. So in the future, we do plan to franchise out this company so students are able to pick up our business models at other schools and continue what we started here, but at the other schools. So University Watch has a chance to be a franchise growing across the country. But within High Point alone, this is what we calculated to be our projected growth over the next 5 years. So as you can see here, our year one, which we showed on the last slide, was we had $60,000 in revenue. So as each year, we expect to have, with the contract signed, we expect to be able to get 250 new customers per year because of the new classes that move through each year. So by year 5, we will have 4 classes, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, that all have around estimated 250 students using the service. We plan to get those 250 students from the orientation and from the marketing that we were supposed to be meeting with High Point about and getting those agreements. Okay, so Nate and I started this service for experience number 1, and number 2, because it was something that we saw missing at High Point University. So now that we got our experience owning a business and paying taxes and collecting revenue and customer service, we want to allow this business to grow and continue to teach other striving entrepreneurs how the real business world works. As you see here, we have the Learning Lab for entrepreneurs. University Watch is a real-life learning experience for entrepreneurs. It's not all about the money. It's about what the value that it teaches us growing up. The contract that we signed with High Point University asks for 5% of revenue, but they don't ask for the money for themselves. They ask for the revenue to be donated for something that we want. I want to donate the money to a student who sees so much more in something so little and so simple, such as University Watch. So here we're asking for funding for University Watch. We're asking for $5,000. What we plan to do with that $5,000, because of what coronavirus has done to us, it limited us with how we can market directly face-to-face with parents and students. So what we plan to do is create brochures and send them out to all freshmen families that have students coming to High Point University. That's the first thing, and that's probably the most expensive promotion idea that we have. Another $1,000 we plan to do for a promotional discount. So for what I mean by promotional discount is you could put that out and say maybe a little raffle and say that whoever wins this raffle gets 50% off. So something I'm asking for money to fund that promotional discount that we plan to do to get our name and our brand out there. Our website fees are very minimal. I think $350 we spent. So we're asking for money to fund our website for the next year. We plan to do a press release within High Point. So something that could get our name out there and show what we're doing and how it's growing. We also have the feeling that after we win this competition, that will be very good for our brand to continue the growth of our brand. But besides that, a press release would be great to show what's going on campus, the opportunity that's there for entrepreneurs, and the opportunity that's there for students, customers who want their laundry done. Nate and I just want to say thank you for your time and for continuing to do this business plan competition, or judge this business plan competition, even during a time with what's going on right now. So stay safe.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Billy Davis, and I'm excited to tell you about WordFlasher. Since I was a sophomore in high school, I've been trying to find ways to become more efficient and more productive. I hated reading because it was always so slow and boring. I'd much rather watch a video or listen to audio. Once I got to college, I really started to get into the nuts and the bolts of how the brain works and how I can accelerate learning. The answer is RSVP, or Rapid Serial Visual Presentation. This is a process where text is shown to you word by word in a localized area. When reading, your eyes bounce around the page, but most people don't really notice it since the brain is able to compensate for this. But by keeping the words in the center of the screen, people have been able to read 2, 3, 4, even 7 times faster than they normally could on paper. After thinking of RSVP as a general PDF or textbook reader, I brought up the idea to a few business professionals as well as my peers, and many of them were excited by the idea of being able to cut the time it takes to read emails, textbooks, and articles in half. I started to try to use some rough versions of the idea while studying. Setting the pace allowed me to track how fast I was reading, which gave me data so I could start quantifying my progress, and I was amazed that not only could I read faster, I could also pay attention longer. And after seeing the potential of this idea, I started WordFlasher, a learning management software to try to help students learn and teachers teach. With RSVP helping users hold their attention, WordFlasher has the potential to help students with ADHD or ADD. This becomes significant in school as students with attention disorders tend to perform worse than the students without. In early elementary school, not much of a difference can be detected in terms of reading capabilities. Children are still learning words. The impact of it all becomes clear in middle school when students begin to have reading assignments from novels and some textbooks. This is where WordFlasher comes in. WordFlasher will take the text and flash the words in the center of the screen, one word at a time quickly, or a few words at a time at a slower pace. This will help them stay on track. Doing this will trigger the motion sensing in the reader's brain, which will let them keep their eyes focused in the middle of the screen, where a variety of attention grabbers can help keep them engaged. Some of the big ones are going to be gamification, subtle color changes, and a built-in Pomodoro timer. On the other side of the performance spectrum, advanced students could use the same technology to achieve even greater results than they already are. With a modified interface to better accommodate for increased workloads and modified student input systems, WordFlasher could be used to accelerate learning for gifted students or even applied for collegiate levels. With WordFlasher being a learning management software, it will give the teacher the ability to track student behaviors and performance throughout classes. With this data, they will be able to adjust teaching around their students' results, especially for WordFlasher's niche. With a data-centric system, teachers will have new tools to help students learn and achieve higher test scores. So far, WordFlasher's competitors don't address the same niche. The leading learning management software brands like Blackboard, Canvas, and Moodle work well for an online database, but they don't have anything to accelerate learning beyond what a teacher can provide through shared documents with a cloud service. WordFlasher will take the best out of RSVP and learning management software to create a user-friendly platform where teachers can help students to focus longer, learn faster, and ultimately learn more. This will include features like RSVP, gamification of assignments, automatic grading, data reports, and so much more. The company is also working on a design for scan-to-text, which will allow the reader to actually use their mobile devices to scan physical books and documents. With WordFlasher entering the market as a learning management system, it'll be able to take a slice from a multi-billion-dollar market that's on pace to hit $23 billion by the year 2023. WordFlasher's model will utilize a subscription method at a school and at a personal level in order to generate most of its income. Setup fees are in place to generate more immediate cash flow for when new schools are added to the system to account for the upfront costs of server space and labor related to a new account. The current revenue model accounts for a year of beta testing, as well as the company expanding its workforce. In the fall of 2021, WordFlasher will enter the market with an initial beta testing program for schools. This will allow the company to gather data, test, and polish the product on the target market. During the testing phase, the company will expand its workforce beyond the current people contracted in. Year 3 will be the year for major revenue, as the product will be polished, customizable, and being driven by a full sales team. Currently, WordFlasher has a working prototype that will allow the user to use basic RSVP functions, and the company is working on obtaining trademarks for the WordFlasher name and logo. One estimate has the full polished application development cost listed at nearly $60,000. For this business competition, WordFlasher is requesting $5,000, as that would likely cover the expenses from getting where it currently is to the beta testing level. Thank you.
I hope you all enjoyed these business plan presentations. We are so incredibly proud of these student entrepreneurs. You guys did a fantastic job and should be so proud of yourselves. But now is the moment you've all been waiting for, because the results are in. Before I announce them, I just want to take a moment to thank Dean Worley, our amazing judges, and our outstanding sponsor Truist for making this event possible. The judges have decided, based on the presentations, how they want to divide the prize money. So, with that being said, in a tie for third place, receiving $750 each, is Jared Brumm with Easy Reach Crutch and Lauren McAtee with PawAlert. Congratulations, Lauren and Jared. All right, in second place, receiving $2,000 is Mark McKinney with Atmos. Congratulations, Mark. In first place, receiving $4,000 is Caitie Gehlhausen with CONEvertible. Congratulations, Caitie. The other 8 competitors will also be receiving $200 to further their businesses. Congratulations to all of our student entrepreneurs, and thank you all for tuning in to our 10th annual business plan competition.